Hi everyone, this is JPaul Hernandez and welcome to the JPaul Hernandez podcast. Thank you so much, Podcast Network Asia and Podmetrics. And our podcast is all about helping Filipinos achieve financial freedom through business and financial literacy. We want you to learn from entrepreneurs, not just those that you see on the billboards or just you read, but we interview real entrepreneurs who are fighting every day, who have achieved success, and they have multiplied their income streams and have found things that help them today have better lives with today and a few years ago I met this man. His name is Eric Manalo and he's my guest today. And I was so blown away with his story of growing a Filipino conglomerate through sales, not just here but abroad. And since that day, I was inspired by his story and how he cares for other people. And today he has, his passions, businesses, and I'm exciting because this man travels all over the year round. And I'm sure this pandemic has changed his life. Without further ado, let me introduce to you the owner of EIM Realty, Eric Manalo. And not only that, sorry, he's also a speaker and a consultant. So he has a lot of hats. And with that, yeah, Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hi, JPaul. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's such an honor to be here. December 29, no? Our grand meeting and webinar for 2020.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eric, for just ending this year with me. And for those who will be listening or watching, this is a new year already for you. So this is really preparing for 2021.
Right.
So yeah, Eric, can you share what EIM Realty does and your speaking business and all of those?
Yes, thank you. EIM Realty is basically a company that I set up after I retired from 15 years in real estate. Basically, to service our all the clients, all the unit owners, I have closed sales for the past 15 years. So we handle property management, leasing of their units.
Wow.
It's a value-added service that we designed even now during the pandemic, because it's an after-sales service that we created that becomes a very profitable business during a crisis like this. Real estate
Wow.
and leasing, yes.
Wow. Brother, people are surprised that the real estate business is had a few hiccups, but it's still growing. The industry is growing during this pandemic, and real estate will still keep on developing in value through the months and years. What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, well, particularly in the residential sector, a lot of Filipinos now are based for the past 10 months have come to realize that real estate at the end of the day is still the most profitable and long-term value proposition investment compared to other
Wow.
forms of investment, compared to paper or online investments
Yeah.
out there or digital investments out there. But the real
Yes.
estate is a solid investment that they own and they can use during the pandemic. They have a place to stay. They are not renting anymore. And
Wow.
when they are out of the country, companies such as ours are managing their unit and they're still earning despite the crisis. This is
So beautiful.
a form of income from them during a crisis, rental income.
Ganda. Ganda. Bro,
Mm,
can you share more about property management?
mm.
Because that's a value add. That's something. Kasi make or break ang property management na hindi akala ng mga tao. Parenta ka lang okay na. Pero very important yung property management services that you do.
Yes, it all started a few years ago after I sold more than 3 billion personal sales from a real estate
Wow.
developer, and
Wow.
so I have like more than 1,800 unit owners who bought from me.
Wow.
I personally made the presentation. I closed the sale. I documented everything. So that was for the past 5 years. So you could just imagine, J. Paul. Um, it's part of my after sold units. What's the next step? So
Yeah.
when their units are turned over, they ask me, "Oh, Eric, who's gonna manage our unit? Would you like to? Can you manage our unit for us?" Well, okay. So thus a service was created from that crisis, from that problem. I was able to provide them a solution, and this is something I'd like
Ganda.
to share to all our entrepreneurs out there. Not for don't
Yeah.
whenever there's a problem, a client has a problem, you convert it into an opportunity as a business
Wow.
without
Wow.
capital to without zero
Yes.
capital. Because it's services business.
Galing.
Hmm. And that
Please,
now
please share
we're
more.
managing.
Please share more.
Yes, right now we're managing more than 145 units,
Wow.
all long term, 1 year lease, and then we're still continuously receiving inquiries because even in the pandemic, sad to say, but there are a lot of unit owners who are still looking for a place to stay, and there are some professionals work from home. Diba, work from home na ngayon, and they're looking
Yes.
for a place like a condo like this where I'm staying right now in my condo in Makati. They are looking for a place for that's private, that's less noise, so that they can do online webinars and
Meetings.
business like this, what we're
Yes.
doing right now. So the demand for rental for one bedroom studio in Makati, and most of the units I handle are in Makati and the Mandaluyong, are now they also are enjoying more unexpectedly, but they're enjoying unit owners, renters who are coming to rent the place so that they can conduct their business online. Yun. So
Mm.
it's the new normal has disadvantage, but it has advantages as well. So
I
we
love
just
you, and
capture it.
I
Mm.
want to honor you, my dear brother, for always having that heart of taking care of people, and knowing you.
Mm.
It's not about the money. Money comes, but you're really a very caring person, and just thank you for that humility. So you said that you worked you 3 billion and 1,800 units
Yeah.
sold. Grabe. And bahay
Um,
and the units you're selling, FYI for those who are watching and listening, yung mga binebenta ni Eric hindi mura.
yes.
Prime units.
Yes. They
Can
are
you
located in
share how
Makati.
that happened? Did you know na kaya mo to? Just yung whole process of getting from sale 1 to 1,800 onwards. How was that journey for you?
Well, if 10 years ago, I was really not an expert. I was focused on training. I was a trainer in a company before. I was a company trainer, and then suddenly something happened. There was a crisis, and we were instead of being laid off, I was forced to pivot as early as 10 years ago pa. Kasi when there are, di ba, JPaul, when there are crises in a company, or they have to lay off
Yeah.
employees and retrench,
Yes.
or they call it restructuring the company.
Yes.
So what I did is I was fearless, JPaul. That I have to do something so that the company will survive, so that my team
Wow.
and the rest of the employees will not be laid off. I had to make a decision, a hard decision. What can I do as a trainer of the company? Oh, I decided to go into sales. I talked to the company chairman and said, "Sir, can I be part of sales? Are you sure, Eric? You're going to lose all your benefits and be in sales?" "Yes, I'll go to the battlefield, na, sir, because I believe we will survive this crisis." So that's the first step, Jay Paul, I had mindset, which I'd like to
Wow.
share to everybody. This is not just about selling billions. Eh. Before you sell billions, you have to think like a billionaire mindset. Because I told the chairman,
Wow.
"Sir, I believe our company will grow, even though we are now in this crisis. Give me the chance, sir, and I will do my very best." And lo and behold, thank you, Lord. My I've sold my first 3 months. I sold my first 10 million. Then it became 50 million. I sold 100 million in my first 6 months, and I had the chance to travel all over the world, so selling left and right, closing a lot of sales, and thank God, thank you, Lord, the company survived, and a lot of employees were hired in the process. So walang na layoff. So it's basically this that the courage that the courage that I had is the passion. I had purpose. That's why our topic is about purpose driven selling. I
Yeah.
I was just selling, not I was doing it not for myself anymore, but I was doing it for a greater purpose, for my team, for the employees, the janitor. Hindi na wala na ma-layoff. Somebody has to make that decision. I was
Ganda.
in a situation. I was in a situation, J. Paul. Should I do this or not? So, if I
Yes.
don't do this, this will happen. So I had to have the fearless mindset. Which whatever business you are right now, to all of everybody's listening, the product is just the second part. The first part
Mm.
of any entrepreneurship is the mindset first. Do you really believe in what you're doing? To the point of, are you willing to sacrifice anything to achieve your goals? Because that's the
Wow.
problem. That's the problem. Not everyone is willing. They have great ideas, but they're not willing to execute or take action on their dreams, on their vision, whatever it is. That's why the product itself. That's why they're having challenges in selling their products. To me, I was that the product selling the product was I should say not that easy, but because I had purpose, I was able to apply purpose driven in all areas of my life. The selling is just one part of it. For
Mm.
example, I have to do this, I have to earn, I have to close a lot of sales so that no employees will be laid off. And when I earn commissions from my sales, I will help a lot of people. I was able to,
Wow.
do community work. Like for example, this crisis happened when there was a pandemic. I was able to withdraw millions, during the lockdown, and I was able to make
Wow.
ayuda so in our
Galing.
barangay. If you know, di ba, I we were distributing rice to
Yes.
in our barangay, because
Yes.
again, going back to the purpose, that's why I'm doing this for a deeper reason. It's no longer about making money anymore. It's serving God, serving the Lord by maximizing the talent that He has given me. We all have certain talents kasi. Each one of us, everybody
Mm.
listening here, whatever it is, writing skills, encoding skills, whatever skills you have to be an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Mine is in real estate, but you can apply the same mindset in your business so that you can excel to the highest level. You can achieve whatever goals that you have. To close 1 billion sales at the time, JP was like, "Wow, is that possible? Is that even possible?" Because
Yes.
the number one problem I had, JPaul, was at the time was I was an introvert. You call it an introvert. I was very
Mm.
shy. I'd rather sit down in a library and read a book. I don't like talking to people. I had that shyness in me. That's the number one I had to overcome. That fear. Uh, uh, and you know how I overcome that my being introvert when I
Mm.
discovered my purpose. Doon,
Wow.
I had to excel whatever I was doing. So from training, I was in sales, and from sales, I was able to do a lot of things. I was able to make investments, real estate property investments, and now I'm helping a lot of people and entrepreneurs right now, coaching entrepreneurs and sales professionals worldwide through webinars like this. And yeah, they're all taking action, and I'm proud that they're selling billions right now. Yeah, all
Wow.
my mentees. Yeah,
Wow.
you can see them all on my Facebook.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the,
and
yeah,
and I'm so proud of you. Thank you
yeah.
so much for doing what you're doing. And I love what you said, yung sa purpose driven, sa mindset mo, and
Mm,
all of that. Ikaw personally, how did you find your purpose? If aside from, yes, you wanted to help, but ano yung
mm.
process mo to get there?
Thank you for asking that, J. Paul. You see, purpose-driven mindset is basically the end goal of what you really want. That's the end goal,
Mm.
the ultimate goal. And the process to achieve that purpose is three steps. First, you got to have vision. Second,
Vision,
you got to make a decision. And
decision,
third, you got to take action. Mm,
action. Yeah,
yeah. So let me discuss the three parts. The first part is
sure.
vision. When you say vision, this is not just a checklist or a New Year's resolution or a statement. No, vision to me is something that how do I see myself or how do I see J. Paul 3 to 5 years from now, despite the pandemic that's happening?
Wow.
You got to have your vision so clear. It's like a movie. It's like your very own life movie. I call it, J. Paul. It's like your life
Mm.
story in a movie. And what would
Yeah.
be the ending? What would be the ending of your story? Yun. So, syempre, of course, it should be a happy ending, right? So, regardless of the crisis that you have, you got to have that clear vision, as clearly like a movie. You are the star of your movie, and you see yourself from the beginning and the end of your movie. How would you
Mm.
like to be remembered? How would you like there are challenges in the middle. Yeah? So that's vision. And number two, the second is the most difficult part, is the decision. Ayon. The decision is the most crucial part. Because making a decision, now that you know what you have to do, now that you see yourself, the next thing is what do you have to do now? That's the second question. You have to make a decision. In
Mm.
my career, I had to make a lot of decisions during the process. You making the decision means it's always difficult because there will be times that you have to make a sacrifice in order to achieve your goals. What do you mean by sacrifice? Well, here, for example, you have to work very hard. There's no secret to success. But just hard
Yes.
work, just hard work. Because you get in life what you work hard for. Yeah, you get in life what you deserve, what you earn. Okay, so, and of course, with God's blessing plus your decision, you can do it. um Even the story of David and Goliath, remember?
Mhm.
David was blessed, but even though he was blessed, if he didn't make the decision to face Goliath, he wouldn't survive, di ba? He wouldn't have won the war, that battle.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to make a
Yes.
decision. And I have to tell you, making a decision is not that easy. Something very difficult there. Um, that's why there are a lot of people right now. I'm sad to know. Remember, there are a lot of people right now who haven't achieved their highest potentials because they tend to tolerate what they're doing. Because
Mm.
making a decision can be painful because it requires sacrifice. You have to work hard. You Number two, you have to are you willing to remove all the negative people in your life that stops you from achieving your goal? That's another
Yeah.
sacrifice that you have. You don't
Yeah.
become a pleaser. You don't please the bashers in your life. You just move forward. You don't care about other people's opinion as long as you feel that this is right. You're doing the right thing, and with the Lord's blessing, you can just go out there and do it. That's why there are people are suffering right now. Let me emphasize to you what suffering and pain means. The difference
Sure.
with yeah, what is the difference between pain and suffering? Well, suffering is a stage wherein you tend to tolerate. You tend to tolerate your current situation, your current financial situation, your relationship, your company right now. You're unhappy with you're working with your, but you're so stressed. That's why a lot of people here are suffering right now because they tend to tolerate their current condition, whatever it is. Whether your financial situation, right? I was so inspired by your story, J. Paul. Remember when we had credit card bills and everything?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot,
yeah.
but you were able to overcome that challenge because
Thank
why?
you.
You decided to let go. You didn't tolerate the situation, right? You decided not
Yeah.
to tolerate the situation anymore. I want to overcome these bills, and you have to make a painful decision, and you did your very best to overcome it. Now,
Yes.
making a decision can be painful, but at the end, it's worth it. So
Wow.
that's the difference between suffering and pain. Making the decision may be painful, yeah. Ne- working hard, getting the negative people
Yes.
out you, and changing your attitude. But the rewards are worth it at the end.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, rather than
And
suffering.
yeah.
You just accepted it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So.
sometimes people would rather suffer. They hate their job, they hate what
Mm,
their every situation. Pero wala rin silang ginagawa. Tama ka eh.
correct.
Sometimes
Correct.
people would watch something inspiring on YouTube or Facebook, they would share it, oh, inspired. So yun na, tulog sila, bukas,
Mm,
suffering ulit. And
yeah.
I love what, just really struck to me yung, yun eh, 10 years ago lang yung
Mm,
pag-change career mo. At
mm,
that time, you had a good position, may
mm,
comforts, may benefits ka na, but uh, I guess it takes a lot of humility
mm.
to do what you did. Where did you get that humility? Kasi, syempre, pag training ka, maganda. Maganda yung benefits. Respect. Pero pagka nagbebenta ka kasi, Eric, ikaw yung lumalapit sa tao, yung
Mm,
lunok pride.
mhm.
How were you able to transition and yeah, did you transition from training ka, sikat ka, to then ikaw lumalapit sa kliyente?
Because again, going back that because I had discovered my passion, my purpose. I have discovered once you
Yun
discover
pa
your
rin.
purpose, going back, once
Yeah.
you discover your purpose, no crisis, no shyness can stop you from doing what you have
Wow.
to do.
Wow, so
Mm.
powerful.
Even the Lord will tell you, come on, do what you have to do. Pati si Lord nai-stress siguro sa atin eh. Come on, do what you have to do in life. You were here on
Yes.
this earth for a reason. You're not here just
Wow.
to that because may pandemic, may crisis, you just stay at, you just accept what's happening. No. If you notice, when that's why I tell people to be fearless. Because faith plus fearless, wow. Imagine you're so many people you can help. And you don't need to be a Bill Gates. You don't need to become a Warren Buffett to help people. Even right now, with JPaul, like what you're doing, you're inspiring so many, you have touched so many people's lives. We are all given set of talents in this world. And once you discover that purpose, like what happened to me, when I discovered that purpose, wow, I'm no longer selling. I'm educating my clients to make an investment. so that when the time comes, when there's a crisis, oh, they're so happy. They keep thanking me because, oh, Eric, thank you for not giving up on me when I was buying a unit, and now they have units in Makati. They have now that there's a crisis, their units are being rented out, and they're earning cash flow during this crisis, and they were
So
thanking me.
beautiful.
Yeah. So, but the problem, J Paul, we still have a lot of things to do. So many Filipinos are still not in that situation. Probably 4% or 5% of the populations only are okay, but the rest, probably 74%, are still not okay. So our
Yeah.
mission to educate financial education to our Filipinos all over the world will never end. For as long as they need our
Yes.
support, that's why I'm giving away. I'm providing them coaching, financial training as well. Whatever I know, based on my what works for me, what's based on my real life experience. And I tell them I started with one unit and now I have several units for rent. So I'm good. We see tendency some clients will tell you. Of course, there will be some negative in mindset. Of course, that's part of the process when you're selling. Kasi sabihin nila, Eric, don't you think real estate is not okay to invest? Yes, but I always tell them all before you listen to people who not to invest in a property or investment, you have to look at their person first. Diba? Sino mas kapanipaniwala? Someone with a property, someone who does not have a property. So of course,
Yes.
I have properties and I'm doing good. And
Mm.
diba, most likely mga nag-a-advise na wag kang bumili ng property, yun yung mga wala. So I tell them,
Yes.
listen, you have to check first the background of the person who's telling you, because the mindset of an investor is different from those who have no investment. Remember, they have different realities. Oh,
Yes.
it's like
Yes.
saying ibang advice ng rich and advice ng poor mindset. Yes.
That's true.
And
Yeah, I always say this pag kunyari pag kunyari may gusto magnegosyante
mm,
and ang hinihinga nila ng advice yung empleyado. Ano ituturo sa'yo? Paano
yes,
maging empleyado? And
yes,
ang ganda
yes.
nun. And that's why I love, I wanted really to you because I don't know if Eric na share ko na sa'yo to, pero uh, so I started kasi from credit card,
Mm,
insurance, yung slow financial growth, and now
yes.
yung been doing stock market,
Mm,
and where I am in my heart is
mm,
I want to slowly invest in properties kasi nakagets
mm,
ko na yung ano ba yung investment wave, yung
mm-hmm.
na paano ba, lumalakas na din yung aking risk appetite. So,
Yes.
through the years, kasi syempre hindi ganun kadali, lalo na,
Mm,
from being down in debt, income was hard. But anyway, I'm
mm,
really grateful for people like you who not only teach but also inspire. So,
yes.
just thank you for just being you, because with what you're doing, brother, is that it reminds me kaya ko din. So,
Mm-hmm.
yun lang yung gusto kong sabihin. Bro, I've met a lot of salespeople, especially in real estate, na hindi makapagbenta.
Mm-hmm.
Naging na advice or whatever. But you've sold thousands of units worth billions.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you, I know you're very humble. So, inuunahan na kita. I know you're a very humble human being. Pero, what makes you special in a sense? Bakit sila bumibili sa'yo? Why do they trust you? Why do your clients trust you? Ang dami dyan. Pero why you?
Well, number one reason is because I'm also an investor. Number one, I
Mm,
bought my first unit, my very first condo studio unit in Makati, a very humble investment, only as low as 15,000 a month lang. Diba?
mm,
It's not that big, but it's a good start, right? Because so that when I
yes.
share, that's you see the best seller is the unit owner. Is a
Mm,
unit owner, is an investor as well. Because how can they believe you if you don't have a unit, diba? In whatever
mm,
product you're selling, if you're selling, whether you're selling coffee or you're selling insurance, do you have an insurance? Of course, you got to say yes. You
yeah.
cannot sell something. You cannot sell something you don't believe.
Wow.
So I bought my first unit. I took the risk. So I was selling. I was earning commissions, and my commissions I put them on the balance of my unit, and then upon turnover of my unit 3 to 5 years, it's fully paid. This is my
Wow.
strategy. Then I buy another unit. and then the rest is history. That's how I do it, earning. Now, because that's the number three, purpose-driven selling. Number three, the first was vision, then making a decision, and the third is
In action.
taking action. Action. When you say action, to me, action is means you don't give up until you achieve your goals. You never ever give up on yourself. You were
Mm.
blessed. We are all blessed with talent, and you haven't reached your highest potential. That's why a lot of people are easily give up whatever career they're doing. That's why this explains why some agents could not sell, some could sell, some could not. Oh, because
Mm.
I have handled thousands of agents before, and I have trained a lot who sold 30 billion sales, but there are some who didn't follow my advice. I tell them to make an investment. Imagine mo, JPaul, kumikita sila ng millions from my training. I was training them, they're earning. But I kept telling them, mag-invest kayo kahit isa lang para whatever happens, meron kayong investment. And sad to
Yeah.
say, some didn't follow my advice. They tend to spend whatever, and after 10 years when we meet each other, still struggling pa rin yung agent. So I told them you got to have a deeper purpose. When you have a purpose, you are going to do you were going to do anything. You will do anything not just to survive but overcome your challenges. Kasi pag walang purpose walang desire, walang 'di ba? Walang vision, walang action Para bang money comes and money goes, 'di ba? Come
Yes.
in
Yes.
dapat money in and then invest and then put that money there for savings. Oo.
Ganda.
So, that's basically what we're doing tsaka when as I tell this to the agents, some agents who are not able to sell because they lack to discuss the why. The why. You see, remember there's a saying that once the why is clear, the how is easy. So
Yes.
many agents are focusing on the how. Ma'am, invest po kayo, 10,000 lang, di ba? The how But you're not focusing on the why. Why should I even invest on a property? Why should I invest on stocks, etc.? Why? So you got to address first the why so that the how is easy. So I
Yes.
tell my clients, ma'am, I'm not here to pressure sell you or force you to buy anything. I'm here, straight in the eye. I look to the investor and I tell them, ma'am, I'm here to provide you the right information so that make sure that if you from 5, 10 years from now, you and your family are secured with this investment. So that's
Ganda.
what I say. So ganun lang, and then they buy, they trust me. Nakuha ng tiwala. Yeah, because um, my goal is not to close the sale, but to service them, to add value to them by educating them. So I'm not selling; I'm educating them, and from there, they will feel your passion. And when they feel your passion, they will buy from you. Because if they don't feel your passion, they're not gonna. They can feel. The buyers can feel if you're not confident in what you're selling.
That's
Yeah.
right. And alam mo, bro, I can relate. I mean, I'm not yet where you are in terms of real estate investments, but that's where I'm starting. In a sense, in my
Mm.
area of business, like, so bebenta kami, pero minsan
Mm.
sabihin ko mismo, sige ma'am, I think yung need nyo, I don't think I'm the best for that. I think I can just find somebody to refer you kasi I want to give my client quality service.
Yes.
And then yung mga clients ko na nabibigyan ko ng quality service, like for example, we're delivering high-end cakes. So hindi kami nakipag-price war. So medyo ang aming positioning sa delivery business is that high-end quality, high-end service. So
Mm.
talagang sure kang kung chilled yan, chilled pa rin yan. Hindi
Mm.
maaalog ni talagang ganun. That's how we're positioning ourselves.
Mm.
And ang nangyayari ngayon, just from reflection from your sharing that it hit me, na minsan hindi na ako nagbebenta sa labas, basically because pag nalaman ng ibang company na I'm servicing this client A, sabihin nila, uy, gusto ko rin yung ginagawa mo for client A. Copy-paste. And it's because we care. I really personally care for our customers, and that's something I learned from you. Thank you so much. And that's just thank you, Eric.
That's secret number two in purpose driven selling. You said the words from my mouth. It's service. The
Yeah.
reason why I survived, because I'm not an expert in social media marketing like all the influencers out there. Would you believe, JPaul, all the 1,000 plus clients I got, 90% came from within, from
Wow.
referrals. Yes,
Wow.
I still remember my very first client until now, and we're still. She was able to, because of my service, excellent service. She gave me more than 15 unit owners. Imagine, this is just one
Wow.
client. So every client, they give me one, three, five. So
Grabe
just
yung
imagine,
servicing.
nagballoon. Yes, nagballoon.
Yes.
So I was concentrating on the circle of inner circle, the inner contacts. I wasn't concentrating on the outside circle, which means I'm trying to tap buyers from Facebook post or boost. Di ba? Puro external yan eh. People that you don't know eh. I focus on
Mm.
people I know. Yung kilala ko muna, yung first 10 clients mo. I started with my first 10 clients. And then nag-refer siya. Nag-refer na naman. And then yung friend niya, for example, one of my clients in Canada, she was a nurse. She bought
Mhm.
her first unit with me. And then because of my excellent service, imagine mo when she arrives in Manila, pati hanggang airport, hinahatid ko yan, JPaul. Excellent service talaga. Oh, thank you so much, ma'am, for your trust. Oh, by the way, Eric, i-refer kita sa mga colleagues ko na nurses din in Canada. Isang hospital kami, puro nurses. Wow, I closed more than another 25 units from that one client. So do you see what
Wow.
happened? So that's the secret. Eh? I'm getting more clients from my clients. Which I share this in my webinars. So that's one of the secrets. Eh? Because of what you mentioned about excellent service. Because
Ganda.
there are clients kasi who are very particular on service. Eh? Not on
Yeah.
the because they trust you. They will refer more buyers because they had an experience with you. The problem with some agents kasi, J. Paul, after they make a reservation, this is real talk ha, this is happening ha, after makuha
Yes.
yung reservation fee, goodbye na, wala na, you never hear from them again. Yan
Ah.
ang kino-complain ng mga buyers. Eric, baka mamaya kagaya ka nung dati kong agent ha, after nakuha yung reservation, nagbayad ako, wala na ni hani ho, wala na. So I noticed that's the problem. And then the only solution is to give my excellent service so that they continuously pay and they refer more clients. So that's the secret. Number two, service.
I'm
If you're
so
yeah.
I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm,
Wow. Wow. So, for example, there are people who are watching and listening and want to get into the real estate. Of course, we will let them reach out to you later. Uh,
mm.
who, for example, those who want to start in the a real estate business or in investment, saan ba magandang bumili ng real estate ng lupa? Is it unit land, building, townhouse, high end, low end?
Mm.
Ano bang maganda ngayong investment portfolio para sa real estate? Especially
Well,
during a pandemic. Lalo na mura ang interest.
mm, especially there are different types of investors. Eh. There are investors. There are like investors that are high-end investors. These are the ones I encounter, J-Paul, who are really buying a lot of units, multiple units. Recently, I closed one floor buyer who bought an entire floor of condominium. Or the deal was like a
Wow.
500. It was a 500 million deal. Yes. Oh,
Grabe.
but the formula is the same. What I'm doing is the formula is the same. And let me share to you now what's the secret now. My
Yes,
approach to the
please.
client. I never close the sale agad. I don't close the sale agad during the first meeting. I get to know the client first. I get to know them, get to know the client. Hi, sir, kamusta po? How are you? Oh, sir, what? Okay, sir, I'm trying to get the purpose, J. Paul. I'm trying to get the purpose. Why are you going to buy? So, sir, may I ask what is the purpose of your investment? Well, Erica, I'm looking for multiple units so that I can be stress free. So you're looking for one floor. Okay, so and may I ask, sir, that's a second question. May I ask, sir, how the amount of budget that you're going to willing to allocate for this investment? Well, I'm going like to go for a 500 million muna. For 150 million muna. Okay, that's the first 500. Okay, so may I suggest that instead of going for a 150 million, let's go for a 500 million deal. Kasi normally those who are saying 150 million ang budget, J. Paul, they have more than double
More.
ang budget nila. Oo. So then at the end of the day, we were able to close one unit and we were able to close a 500 million deal. And then we gave them the biggest discount, and it was a cash purchase. It was a cash purchase. Because I told them, look, sir, you're a foreigner. You're a Japanese. May I suggest you go for a 500? Let's go for a 500 million cash because I don't want you to. to buy a 1 billion, 2 floors, tapos installment, tapos babank loan mo pa, di ba? Yun, because I know very well, I was prepared eh. Kasi we know that foreigners will have a difficult time in securing a bank loan in the Philippines. So I was yun yung number three pala, I was very honest to my clients. You have to be very transparent to your clients. You have to tell them what you can deliver and what you cannot deliver. Yung
Yes.
limit, yes, kasi ibang agents, sige ho, kuha kayo ng 1 billion, reservation muna, 10% down payment in 4 years. Tapos bahala na ho si bank loan. Di ba? And what happens is, ito na, based on experience, hindi natutuloy yung bank loan, nadi-disapprove yung investor, back out, and we lost the deal. Ako sinasabi ko sa client straight away, sir, if your budget is 500 million, i-cash na lang ho yung 500 million. I'll give you the biggest discount and no stress because your unit is fully paid. And when you decide to rent out the unit, immediate cash flow in your bank account. Yun, ganun lang
Yes. Yes.
kasimple. So whether it's a 500 million deal or whether it's a studio unit lang, kahit isa lang, the formula is the same. I'm always transparent to my clients. You got to tell them the advantage, and they will appreciate it, JPaul. They really appreciate your concern. Really? So you're very concerned about my investment? Yes, sir. I'm not here just to sell you. I make them feel I make them feel that way. Now, sir, I'm not here just to sell, make money. No, I'm here to make sure that we have a long term business partnership. Yun. Then the buyer will appreciate it. You're not here just for the money lang pala. You're here to take care of me. Di ba, JPO? That's when they understand your intention, your purpose to them. Oh, I assure you, the trust is so easy. Whatever you tell them, they will follow you. And through the years, whatever I tell them, they follow my advice. They don't, they tend to trust only you. Yung bang hindi na sila, those kind of clients, JPaul, na hindi sila kumakausap ng ibang agents kundi ikaw lang because you
Yes.
have given them so much trust. You have taken care of them through the years.
Wow.
Kaya hindi ko na problema ang
Wow.
client ngayon eh. Hindi ko na problema ang client eh. I receive buyers from all over the world right now, from US, from Canada, whether they're buying 1 floor or 1 unit lang, nurse or healthcare worker. The formula is the same. I add value to them by being transparent to their investment.
Congratulations. And I really
Mm.
honor you. And thank you for helping people succeed. And ang
Mm.
galing lang din ng what you do. Yes, you earn from your commissions and
Mm.
brokerage fees, etc. But
Mm.
you're also giving people a way to earn because that is passive money, passive income, their
Mm.
investments. Congratulations, Eric, and thank you for teaching purpose-driven selling, and that's how you built EIM Realty. Ang ganda na shinare mo, value-added service, tas sila na yung lumalapit, 90% of your clients are just people who come to you and because client na ng anak ng client. And
Mm.
thank you so much, Eric, for that, for all the learnings that you have given. And for the Filipinos who want to start a business and, benta na lang benta, I suggest you really learn and go back and pakinggan mo yung purpose-driven selling na tinuturo ni Eric. Eric,
Mm.
any last words to say to our audience?
Yes. Yes, to our audience, remember this, purpose-driven selling is a mindset. It's a 24 by 7 mindset. Whatever products you're selling, whether it's food products or you're an entrepreneur starting up, remember this. You got to know your purpose to your client. That it's so deep that your clients will, before buying a product, they trust you. So whether they're buying a unit, a 1 bedroom, or an entire floor, the formula is the same. You got to have excellent service to your clients. And you can apply purpose driven selling in all areas of your life. You can be a purpose driven seller to your family by being a best husband, di ba? The best version husband, or to you as a brother, or to your boss. You can apply the mindset of a purpose driven seller, the ability to close what you want and what you want to achieve in life. So my message to everybody, I hope you use your talents that given to you by the Lord and maximize it to the best of your ability because we are here in this world for a purpose. We are here to serve Him by serving other people.
Wow, thank you, Eric. How can people reach out to you or EIM Realty?
Yes, you can reach me at my website www.ericmanalo.com, All my articles there are free, including real estate, EIM Realty from the website. And I also have some an ebook coming up very soon. So my Facebook account also is Eric Manalo, Facebook page, and then we have LinkedIn account as well, Eric Manalo, for more free articles. I'm sharing to for all my articles are free, all my quotes were free. So
All
I'm
right.
wishing everybody a happy new year and more blessings to come.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everyone. And I pray that you will achieve financial freedom. And why do we want to succeed is to help others. We build wealth to bless others. May God bless you more and more. And the best yet to come. See you again in our next episode. And see ya.